Get your sleep back. If you've been waking up in the middle of the night, feeling restless, frustrated, and unable to drift back into deep rest, you're not alone. So many older adults struggle with broken sleep because cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes at night when the body isn't in balance. But here's the good news. 1 tablespoon of the right natural support can gently calm cortisol, quiet the mind, and help your body slip back into the peaceful rest it deserves. Today, I want to remind you that better sleep is not a luxury. It's a vital part of staying youthful, energetic, and mentally strong at any age. As we get older, the body becomes more sensitive to stress, irregular eating, late-night worries, and inflammation. And that tension doesn't stay in your thoughts, it shows up in your sleep, your energy levels, your mood, your appetite, and even the way your body heals itself. But improving your sleep begins with simple steps, not impossible routines. When you nourish your body with calming foods rich in magnesium, antioxidants, and natural minerals, you signal your brain to relax instead of staying alert. A single tablespoon of natural sleep-supporting ingredients like warm honey, magnesium-rich seeds, or herbal blends can soothe your system and help you stay asleep longer. Every time you choose a lighter dinner, hydrate well, or avoid late-night snacks, you give your body the space it needs to regulate hormones overnight. Seniors often underestimate how powerful little habits can be. Even something as simple as stretching your arms, rolling your shoulders, or taking 10 slow breaths before bed can reduce cortisol enough to help you fall asleep faster and wake up fewer times. Your body listens. It responds. It remembers. The goal is not perfection, it's consistency. A short, gentle walk during the day keeps your blood sugar steady and stabilizes your nighttime hormones. A calmer nervous system means fewer midnight wake-ups. Adding foods like almonds, leafy greens, bananas, or a warm tablespoon of flaxseed or pumpkin seeds can fuel your body with the minerals it needs to repair itself overnight. This is how you age with strength, by building routines that take pressure off your body instead of adding more. A positive mindset is one of the most powerful sleep tools you have. When you remind yourself, "My body is healing," your brain begins to settle. When you replace fear with hope, your heart rate lowers. When you trust the process, even your muscles relax. Stress may try to steal your peace, but your daily choices can overpower it. Imagine the difference in your mornings when you finally sleep through the night again. You wake up with clarity instead of heaviness. You feel lighter, sharper, steadier. Your day becomes easier because your body got the deep rest it has been craving. You move better, think faster, and feel more alive. And that transformation doesn't require expensive supplements, tough workouts, or complicated diets. It starts with small habits, gentle movement, calming foods, and 1 tablespoon of natural support that helps control cortisol. You deserve peaceful nights and energized days. You deserve to wake up feeling renewed instead of exhausted. And the truth is, your age does not limit your ability to change your health. Your body is ready to respond, ready to heal, and ready to rest if you give it the chance. Start tonight with 1 small step, 1 small change, 1 tablespoon that calms your system, and remind yourself that better sleep is possible. Your energy can return, your strength can grow, your youthfulness can shine again. This is your time to restore your sleep, rebuild your wellness, and reclaim the life you deserve. A single tablespoon of natural, calming ingredients can become a powerful tool for older adults who struggle with restless nights because it directly supports the body's ability to lower cortisol, the stress hormone that interrupts deep, restful sleep. Many people assume that improving sleep requires complicated routines or expensive solutions, but the truth is that the body often responds best to simple, gentle nourishment. When cortisol rises at night, it signals the brain to stay alert, even when the rest of the body is exhausted. This is why so many seniors wake up at 1 a.m., 3 a.m., or 4 a.m. with no explanation. The mind is racing, the heartbeat feels slightly faster, and the body refuses to relax again. A natural tablespoon of calming nutrients can help slow that overactive system and remind the body that it is safe to rest. Ingredients like warm honey, Magnesium-rich seeds such as flaxseed or pumpkin seeds, or herbal blends containing chamomile, ashwagandha, or lemon balm work with the body instead of forcing it. They gently nudge stress hormones downward and encourage the nervous system to shift into a restorative state. As people age, the body's internal balance becomes more delicate. The adrenal glands work harder, digestion slows, and nighttime stress responses become more common. This makes natural calming foods particularly valuable because they support these systems in a way the body easily understands. Honey, for example, helps regulate glycogen levels in the liver, preventing the sudden drops that trigger cortisol spikes. Magnesium relaxes muscles, calms nerve pathways, and sends signals to the brain that it is time to wind down. Herbal compounds connect with neurotransmitters that promote peace and relaxation. Even though it is just 1 tablespoon, the impact can be surprisingly strong because the body is highly receptive during evening hours. These ingredients also fit perfectly into the lifestyle of older adults because they are easy to prepare, gentle on digestion, and safe when used correctly. Seniors often need solutions that don't overwhelm the body or disrupt medication schedules, and natural foods provide exactly that kind of support. A tablespoon can be taken before bed or even during nighttime awakenings to encourage the body to settle back into sleep rather than lying awake for hours. Over time, this simple habit retrains the body's internal clock. The mind begins to expect relaxation instead of stress at night. Muscles loosen more quickly, breathing becomes deeper, and the heart rate naturally dips. This creates a positive cycle where cortisol has fewer opportunities to spike and the body enters deeper stages of sleep more consistently. Better sleep then improves daily energy, mood stability, appetite control, and cognitive sharpness, creating benefits that extend far beyond nighttime rest. What makes this approach so motivating for seniors is that it proves wellness doesn't require drastic changes. A single tablespoon becomes a symbol of simplicity and hope, something anyone can do regardless of age, health challenges, or physical limitations. It restores the belief that the body can still heal, still respond, and still grow, stronger with the right support through small, thoughtful choices that encourage calm, balance, and rest within the body's natural rhythm. Small, consistent habits like lighter dinners, proper hydration, and avoiding late-night snacks can transform the way the body sleeps because they directly support hormonal balance, digestion, and nighttime cortisol control. Many older adults think sleep problems come from aging alone, but much of the struggle actually comes from how the body responds to food and routine in the hours before bedtime. When digestion is overloaded at night, the body stays active internally, raising cortisol and preventing deep relaxation. A heavy or late dinner forces the stomach and liver to work during hours when the body should be winding down, which leads to midnight wake-ups, tossing and turning, and difficulty falling back asleep. Choosing lighter meals in the evening sends a message to the body that the hard work of the day is over, and it is safe to shift into rest mode. Foods like soups, steamed vegetables, lean proteins, and easy-to-digest grains reduce the burden on the digestive system and allow hormones to settle into their natural nighttime rhythm. Hydration plays an equally important role. When the body is even slightly dehydrated, the adrenal glands release more cortisol to compensate, which disrupts sleep cycles and creates restlessness. Seniors often drink less water throughout the day without realizing it, leading to nighttime awakenings, dry mouth, headaches, and tense muscles that make it hard to stay asleep. Drinking enough water earlier in the day and reducing fluids close to bedtime supports calm hormone levels while preventing late-night bathroom trips. Avoiding late-night snacks is another small habit with big results. Eating within 2 or 3 hours of bedtime raises blood sugar, and once that sugar drops again, cortisol rises to stabilize it. This is one of the most common causes of waking up at the same time every night. When older adults replace nighttime snacking with a steady eating schedule during daylight hours, the body stops triggering those hormonal spikes. Over time, the brain begins to associate the evening with rest instead of activity. These small habits build a healthier internal rhythm. The digestive system begins to relax earlier, the nervous system unwinds more naturally, and the body starts to release melatonin on time. The brain becomes more prepared for uninterrupted sleep, and each night becomes smoother than the last. Simple choices create powerful changes because the body loves consistency. Even shifting dinner to an earlier time for a week can noticeably improve how quickly someone falls asleep and how deeply they stay asleep. These habits also support daytime energy. When cortisol is balanced overnight, mornings feel lighter and more focused. Seniors notice clearer thinking, steadier mood, and more motivation to stay active. This creates a cycle where good sleep leads to healthier days, and healthier days lead to even better sleep. The beauty of these habits is that they are achievable for anyone, regardless of age or physical condition. They don't require strict diets or intense routines. They simply ask for small adjustments that respect the body's natural rhythm. These gentle changes remind the body how to rest, recover, and restore itself through the power of simple, consistent choices that support peace and balance from the inside out. Gentle daily movement and simple stretching help regulate stress, stabilize blood sugar, and prevent midnight wake-ups because the body thrives on circulation, oxygen flow, and rhythm. As people grow older, the body naturally becomes less active, not because it is incapable, but because daily habits slowly shift towards stillness. This gradual decrease in movement affects hormones, muscles, and the nervous system more than most seniors realize. When the body does not move enough during the day, cortisol levels stay higher, blood sugar becomes more unstable, and the brain carries excess tension into the night, making it harder to fall into deep sleep and stay there. Gentle exercises, like slow walking, light arm swings, or even moving the joints in circular motions, give the body a chance to release stress chemicals, warm the muscles, and improve circulation to areas that stiffen with age. This reduces the physical tension that often keeps older adults awake. Stretching loosens muscles that tighten from hours of sitting, especially in the back, neck, and legs, areas that can silently trigger restlessness. When these muscles relax, the brain receives calming signals that it is safe to shift into rest mode. Even 5 minutes of breathing paired with gentle stretches can lower cortisol enough to make a noticeable difference at bedtime. Movement also plays a crucial role in stabilizing blood sugar. When seniors remain inactive, glucose stays in the bloodstream for longer periods, causing the body to work harder to regulate it. Unsteady blood sugar leads directly to nighttime awakenings because the body releases cortisol to rebalance itself. Simple daily movement burns excess glucose and helps the body use energy more efficiently, which keeps nighttime hormones balanced and reduces the number of times someone wakes up feeling wired or anxious. The beauty of gentle movement is that it does not require a gym, special equipment, or long routines. A slow walk around the house, marching in place while watching television, or stretching the arms overhead while breathing slowly can all support better sleep. These movements activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and repair system, which encourages deeper relaxation in the evening. The more often the body experiences moments of calm during the day, the easier it becomes to transition into sleep at night. Consistency strengthens the internal clock. When the body moves regularly, even in small ways, it begins to expect periods of activity followed by periods of rest. Over time, sleep becomes more predictable because the body is no longer confused about when to wake and when to relax. Seniors who add even mild movement into their routine often notice improvements not only in sleep, but also in mood, balance, and energy. Muscles feel livelier, joints feel less stiff, and the mind feels clearer. The sense of well-being that comes from movement builds confidence and helps older adults feel more in control of their health. These benefits then support even better sleep, creating a positive cycle. Gentle movement acts as a natural reset for the body, easing tension, steadying hormones, and guiding the mind into a calmer, healthier rhythm that makes peaceful nights far more achievable for any senior willing to take small steps each day. Nutrient-rich foods, such as magnesium-packed seeds, leafy greens, bananas, and almonds naturally relax the nervous system and promote restorative sleep because they work with the body's chemistry in a very gentle but powerful way. As people grow older, the body becomes more sensitive to deficiencies, and even small gaps in nutrition can affect sleep quality, hormone balance, and nighttime relaxation. Many seniors don't realize that their midnight wake-ups, or difficulty falling asleep, can be linked to what they are or are not eating throughout the day. The body needs certain minerals to calm the nerves, quiet the mind, and help muscles unwind, and foods rich in magnesium, potassium, and natural amino acids play a major role in creating this internal calm. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for sleep because it helps regulate hundreds of processes in the body, especially those tied to stress response and muscle tension. When levels are low, the body struggles to relax, and cortisol rises more easily. Seeds like flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds provide a concentrated source of magnesium and healthy fats that soothe the nervous system. A tablespoon of these seeds can make a noticeable difference because older adults often absorb nutrients less efficiently, making every bite valuable. Leafy greens, such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard, deliver not only magnesium, but also calcium and antioxidants that support relaxation and help the brain transition smoothly into sleep mode. These greens support the liver, which works hard at night, and when the liver is calm, nighttime cortisol remains steady. Bananas offer potassium, magnesium, and natural sugars that help relax muscles and regulate blood pressure. For seniors who wake up with leg cramps, restlessness, or a racing heart, potassium-rich foods become a gentle evening support. Almonds add healthy fats, protein, and magnesium, which together stabilize blood sugar during the night. Balanced blood sugar prevents the dips that trigger cortisol spikes and sudden awakenings. When these foods become part of a daily routine, the body begins to feel more nourished, stable, and supported. A well-fed nervous system behaves differently at night. Muscles soften more quickly, thoughts quiet down, and the heart rate naturally slows. The mind enters sleep without fighting itself, and the body stays asleep because the internal chemistry remains steady. These nutrient-rich foods also help reduce inflammation, which is another hidden cause of poor sleep in older adults. Inflammation creates discomfort, joint stiffness, and internal stress signals that prevent deep rest. Foods loaded with antioxidants and minerals lower that inflammation and give the body a chance to repair tissues more effectively overnight. When seniors nourish themselves with these calming foods, they also improve their daytime well-being. Better sleep leads to clearer thinking, improved balance, smoother digestion, and more stable mood. These benefits create motivation, and motivation leads to even healthier habits. Eating for sleep becomes a positive cycle that strengthens the whole body. What makes these foods so empowering is how simple they are to include. A banana in the evening, a handful of almonds, a bowl of sautéed greens, or a tablespoon of seeds mixed into dinner can steadily restore the mineral levels that aging slowly depletes. There is no pressure, no strict diet, just small changes that feed the body exactly what it needs to relax, heal, and finally, sleep deeply through the night again. A positive mindset has a powerful influence on sleep because the thoughts carried into the evening shape the way the brain and body respond to rest. As people grow older, worries become more frequent, responsibilities feel heavier, and the mind often stays alert long after the body wants to relax. Seniors may lie in bed thinking about health concerns, family matters, finances, or memories from the past, and this mental activity quietly raises cortisol, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. But when a person intentionally chooses calming thoughts, gentle affirmations, or simple reminders that the body is healing, the nervous system begins to settle. The heart rate slows, the breath deepens, and the mind releases its grip on the tension of the day. A peaceful mindset signals safety, and safety is what allows deep sleep to happen naturally. Older adults often underestimate how strongly the mind influences the physical state of the body. A single thought of fear or worry can trigger the same stress response that a real threat would. When that stress response happens at night, the brain becomes alert instead of restful. But practicing positivity, whether through gratitude, self-kindness, prayer, or reflection, helps interrupt that cycle. A simple habit like saying, "My body is relaxing," or "I am safe and calm before bed" can guide the brain into a more restful gear. The older brain still adapts, still learns, and still responds to emotional cues. With practice, a positive mindset becomes a powerful, natural tool for sleep. This mindset also affects how the body experiences daytime challenges. A person who chooses hopeful thoughts is more likely to make healthy decisions, maintain routines, and approach life with energy. Positivity reduces stress hormones throughout the day, and lower daytime cortisol leads to better nighttime balance. Seniors who nurture this inner calm often notice fewer racing thoughts, less tension in the shoulders and jaw, and a greater sense of control over their wellness. This inner calm carries into the evening, helping the body shift more easily into rest. A positive mindset can also soften the emotional weight that often keeps seniors awake. Feelings of loneliness, regret, or anxiety become lighter when approached with compassion rather than judgment. When the mind accepts that it is normal to feel stressed but chooses peace anyway, the body follows. This emotional resilience improves sleep because the nervous system stops reacting as intensely to small triggers. Even on challenging days, a hopeful mindset helps the body remain steady and grounded. Simple evening rituals strengthen this mental calm. Taking a few slow breaths, repeating gentle affirmations, or recalling 3 things to be grateful for can transform the emotional atmosphere of the night. Over time, the brain begins associating bedtime with comfort instead of stress. Sleep becomes a place of healing rather than frustration. Mornings start to feel brighter, and energy returns more easily because the mind allowed the body to rest deeply. The more consistently a positive mindset is practiced, the more powerful its effects become. Seniors often rediscover confidence, motivation, and inner strength they thought they lost. This renewed outlook supports not only better sleep but also better health, better mood, and a more youthful sense of purpose. Positivity becomes a gentle guide that helps the body relax, the mind settle, and the night become a time of true restoration.